Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 18th, 2025. I hope everybody had a great Saturday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics and also the lower 48. We're going to start off out here in the tropics. We're going to start off with this system here. System here has a little bit of a chance of development. I think a 10% chance of development still, but nothing to write home about. Should move over colder waters, and that should limit the development of the system and not expect it to develop. Now we're watching this system here starting to move toward the Caribbean Sea, over here in just east of the Leeward Islands. Expected to possibly get some kind of tropical development down in the Caribbean Sea. So we will continue to monitor that and see if that develops down in the Caribbean Sea. Got a couple of tropical waves still need to monitor moving off the African coast, because if they can move over here in the Caribbean, that could develop as well. So we'll continue to monitor that between now and November the 30th. So, alrighty, got more scattered activity of South America, also Central America, also the Yucatan Peninsula, a little bit over a portion of the Cayman Islands, Cuba, also the Dominican Republic, Haiti area. Got some activity over Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, eastern coast of Mexico, right along the coast there. And then we got a cold front stretching from up here near Michigan all the way down to Louisiana. Got activity bringing some severe weather to you guys as well. We'll talk about the current watch and warning advisory map, because we do have some tornado watches and warnings in the portions of that region. So we'll cover that in tonight's video as well. Alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road here, folks. And we're going to start off with your Sunday forecast. As you can see, we got some shower activity across southeast Canada, straight through Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, down into the Atlantic coastal waters. Thunderstorms and showers up here around Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Toronto, on Ottawa, Canada region, toward areas of New York State, to Michigan, to Illinois, to Alabama, to the Carolinas and Georgia, Atlantic coastal water, down to Florida, Florida Keys, Northwest Bahamas, much of the Gulf as well, along that frontal boundary as it continues to march east. Showers activity up here around South Canada, Northwest Minnesota, through North to South Dakota, through Montana, Wyoming. Thunderstorms and showers in Washington, Oregon, and the coastal areas there as well in northwestern California. We got mixed precipitation right along the Canadian-U.S. border, stretching into Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, a little bit in South Dakota, eastern Wyoming, and portion of northern Colorado, northern Utah, and northeastern areas of Nevada. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to your Monday outlook now. We're going to take a look at it. And you can see high pressure pretty much over the east coast. We got one front moving off the coast. Got another cold front stretching here from Minneapolis all the way down into North Texas to Colorado, back to California. But you can see we got thunderstorms and showers along South Florida, Florida Keys, Northwest Bahamas, Atlantic coastal waters, and the portions of the eastern Gulf. Also more activity through D.C. to New York, to Vermont, New Hampshire, to Rhode Island, Connecticut area. Shower activity for New Brunswick down into the coastal waters, through New Hampshire, northern Vermont, Ottawa, Toronto, Canada, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Michigan, to Ohio, to Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, and Iowa. And then we got mixed precipitation over here in portions of Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Washington State. Shower activity across western and northwestern areas of Washington State. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map, your location across the nation. Alright, we got some special weather statements up here in portion of Vermont, northern New York State. Coastal flood statements up here around New Jersey, Delaware, Rhode Island, and northeastern Virginia region. Lake wind advisories here in South Carolina. Wind advisories up here in areas Illinois and also Kentucky. Special weather statements there as well in eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky. Also in portions of southeastern Missouri. Strong thunderstorm for you guys. Wind advisories in areas of Montana and also Washington State. We got them tornado watches down here in areas of Arkansas, Louisiana, and East Texas. You got some severe thunderstorms there as well. Thunderstorm watches also for portion of East Arkansas, southwestern Tennessee, and also portion of northern Mississippi. Got some thunderstorm warnings also in areas of Missouri. Coastal flood statements over here in areas of Florida. And then we got frost advisories and freeze warnings in effect for North Texas through Colorado. Areas of Nebraska, Kansas, also more freeze warnings in North Dakota, also a little bit of portion of western areas of Colorado, and also got winter weather advisory for northern portions of Washington State, portion of Idaho, and portion of Montana. You got the high wind warnings there as well in Montana, high wind watches in portion of Wyoming. Winter weather advisory is also stretching down into Wyoming regions as well. Alright, we got small craft advisory, gale warning stretching from Maine all the way to the South Carolina coast, also up and around the Great Lakes region around Michigan, also around the central and northern California coast of Washington State, southern Hawaii and Chain Island, around the Alaska region, northern areas of Alaska. Some freezing spray warnings are in effect. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. And we do have some severe weather possibly for you Sunday. We got a marginal risk down here from a portion of southeast Louisiana to Mobile to Dalton to Tallahassee, Florida, and the Panhandle of Florida. Then again from Charlotte, North Carolina to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. You're included. Remember last night I said the southern areas could get impacted, could be stretched down a little further. They did add it a little here. Would not be surprised if it could be added a little bit further inland too. If it don't, but there could be a few severe thunderstorms in the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida regions as well. General thunderstorm from the Florida Keys to Michigan to New York State, then again from Wyoming back over to Washington, Idaho, and also portions of Montana. Alright, tornado probability is going to look like this. 2% along the Gulf Coast, damaging winds, 5% along the Gulf Coast, and also mid-Atlantic and portions of the Northeast, and large hail, less than 5% all areas. Alright, here's the 2 p.m. advisory on the tropics. And there's that system I showed you at the beginning of the video. 10% chance of development in the next 2 days and 7 days. Here's that system here in 0 and then 30. See if I can pull it down a little more. Now notice they'll move to 10 and 30. So we'll continue to monitor that there and see if this becomes Melissa. Some of the models do become Melissa. We'll watch it and see. I do believe it may become Melissa as it gets into the Caribbean. So stay tuned. I'll keep you up to date. Other than that, hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next one.